Live on the breaking news. Now to another story that I know a lot of viewers are going to relate to. Today, an effort to change the penalties for retail theft crimes in California.
The data is clear. Property crimes are up, and that perhaps more importantly, Californians are not feeling safe in their communities.
So that is State Assembly Member Al Muratsuchi in Sacramento today, urging the passage of AB 1708. That legislation aims to make fixes to Prop 47. As a refresher, Prop 47 was a 2014 ballot measure approved by almost 60% of California voters that reclassified certain nonviolent property crimes, including shoplifting, grand theft, and forgery, where the value did not exceed $950, into misdemeanors. It also reclassified certain drug offenses. The measure was co-authored by then San Francisco District Attorney George Gascon, who of course is now LA County District Attorney George Gascon. Assemblymember Al Muratsuchi represents Torrance in the State Assembly. He joins us live now with more. Thank you so much for being with us. We really appreciate it. So we just laid out what Prop 47 does. What does your bill do, and how does it fix Prop 47?
Yes, thank you. I introduced Assembly Bill 1708, which seeks to, have a common sense fix to Proposition 47 to combat retail theft in our communities. It's proposing a balanced approach to allow prosecutors to be able to charge repeat offenders with felonies for retail theft, while at the same time giving them options like more diversion programs. Like, for example, if drug addiction is really the root cause that's driving their theft activity, that we provide diversion programs where if they participate in substance abuse, drug addiction treatment programs, and they successfully complete the programs, that they can get the charges dismissed.
So you're essentially acknowledging that Prop 47 as it currently is needs some fixes. But there are folks that continue to defend Prop 47, among them George Gascon, the LA County District Attorney, among them Gavin Newsom, who supported it at the time, and is somebody I've often asked about Prop 47, and he essentially says that the critics of it have turned it into a conservative talking point, boogeyman, but it's working well. What do you say to those critics?
Yeah, I think there's a growing recognition that while the intent of Proposition 47, there's a lot of aspects of Proposition 47 that I continue to support. But I think, like any policy, any law, we need to have some common sense fixes to it. In this case, I'm trying to focus on the problem of repeat offenders for property crimes. There's a disproportionate number of retail theft that's being committed by repeat offenders. And, we had testimony from the Sacramento County District Attorney this morning in the bill hearing, where he testified that, every retail theft is being treated as a first-time offense, whereas, and each one of those crimes are being charged as misdemeanors. We know from hearing from prosecutors and police officers that for misdemeanors, they're just spending a day or two in jail, and then they're out. And so my bill, again, is try to target these repeat offenders, be able to consolidate for those that have two or more convictions, to be able to charge them with felonies, while, again, at the same time, giving them the option to participate in these diversion programs and to get them the drug addiction treatment or get them the mental health treatment that they may need.
So to make these changes, you got to pass this through both the Assembly and the Senate and have Governor Newsom sign it. Do you have the votes to pass it right now? And have you spoken to the governor about this, about whether he would back something like this?
Unfortunately, the powers that be and the California legislature now, they do not support increasing criminal penalties. They do not support changes to Proposition 47. But again, there's growing frustration. I'm a Democrat from the Los Angeles area. This bill had 8 joint authors, bipartisan support. It was a bill that was sponsored not only by, the California Police Chiefs, the District Attorneys Association, the Retailers Association, but the California League of Cities across the state, officially came on board in support of this measure. So there's a growing movement of people that want to restore balance and common sense to our public safety laws. And that's what I'm going to keep on working on.
But the bottom line answer, essentially, it sounds like, is you don't have the votes right now because the leadership isn't willing to back this, but you're heading towards the direction of doing that as the politics on this changes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's overwhelming Californians that want to see the changes. We might have to go through the ballot proposition process, given the state of our legislature, but we're going to keep fighting to push for common sense fixes.
Thank you so much for coming on and talking about this. I hear about this issue all the time, and we're grateful that you are working to address it. Thanks so much.
Thank you very much.